Senne Lammens stuns everyone on day one. The training session that has United fans dreaming. Welcome to Unite United News, your most trusted source for everything Manchester United. When you need the latest news about our players, training updates, and insider information from Carrington, this is where you come for facts you can rely on. We bring you the stories that matter most to every United fan around the world. The big question: could a single training session change United's goalkeeper future? Sometimes in football, one moment can change everything. Today at Carrington, Manchester United fans might have witnessed exactly that kind of moment. Senne Lammens, our new 22-year-old Belgian goalkeeper, stepped onto the training pitch for the first time as a United player. What happened next has left everyone at the club talking. Could this young goalkeeper be the answer to United's long-term goalkeeping questions? Is he ready to challenge for the number one spot sooner than anyone expected? After what observers saw today, these questions are suddenly very real. First day nerves? Not for this young star. Picture this scene at Carrington today. A new player walks onto the training ground for the first time. He's wearing the famous red training kit. The cameras are watching. His new teammates are sizing him up. The manager is taking notes. The pressure is enormous. For most players, this would be nerve-wracking. The first training session at a new club is always difficult. You want to make a good impression, but you also don't want to try too hard and make mistakes. Senne Lammens clearly didn't get the memo about being nervous. What the observers saw. According to people who watched the session, Lammens looked like he had been training at Carrington for years. He was calm, confident, and completely focused on the job at hand. But it wasn't just his attitude that impressed everyone. It was what he did between the posts that really caught attention. During the intense shooting drills that Amorim puts his players through, Lammens pulled off save after save. These weren't just routine stops either. We're talking about reflex saves that left his new teammates shaking their heads in amazement. The save that stopped everyone. There was one particular moment that has become the talk of Carrington. A close-range effort came flying toward goal at lightning speed. Most goalkeepers would have been beaten, but Lammens somehow got down and made the save with incredible reflexes. The reaction was immediate. His teammates stopped what they were doing. The coaching staff looked at each other with raised eyebrows. And Ruben Amorim? He started clapping and shouting encouragement. This is the same manager who has incredibly high standards. The same man who has been rebuilding United's squad with ruthless efficiency. For him to be visibly impressed on day one says everything about what Lammens showed. Amorim's reaction. Why his words matter. After the training session finished, Ruben Amorim spoke about his new goalkeeper. His words were carefully chosen, but the message was clear. Senne surprised everyone today with his presence, the manager said. His saves were excellent, but more than that, his calmness and confidence stood out. He has great potential to become an important player for Manchester United. Let's break down why these comments are so significant. Surprised everyone. When a manager says a player surprised everyone, it usually means they exceeded expectations. Amorim clearly had hopes for Lammens, but what he saw today went beyond what he was expecting. This is particularly impressive when you consider that Lammens is just 22 years old and this was his first day at the club. Most young players need time to settle in and find their feet. Lammens seems to have skipped that adjustment period completely. His presence. The word presence is interesting here. Amorim isn't just talking about Lammens' shot-stopping ability. He's talking about something deeper, the way the goalkeeper commanded his penalty area and communicated with his teammates. Presence is something you can't teach. Either a goalkeeper has that natural authority or they don't. The fact that Amorim noticed this quality immediately suggests Lammens has the mental strength to succeed at the highest level. Great potential. When managers talk about a player having great potential, they're usually looking months or years into the future. But Amorim's tone suggested he thinks that potential could be realized much sooner than anyone expected. This is huge for United fans who have been worried about the goalkeeper position. Having a manager express this kind of confidence in a new signing after just one training session is incredibly encouraging. The timing couldn't be better. Lammens' impressive debut at Carrington comes at the perfect time for Manchester United. The club has been dealing with uncertainty in the goalkeeper position, and his arrival could provide the stability everyone has been looking for. The Onana situation. There has been ongoing speculation about Andre Onana's future at the club. While he's a talented goalkeeper, there have been questions about whether he fits perfectly with Amorim's style of play. Lammens' arrival gives United options. If Onana does leave, having a goalkeeper who can step up immediately would be invaluable. If Onana stays, the competition between the two could bring out the best in both players. Long-term planning. At 22 years old, Lammens represents the kind of long-term thinking that United fans want to see from the club. Instead of signing older players as short-term fixes, the club is investing in young talent that could serve them for many years. If Lammens develops as expected, he could be United's #1 goalkeeper for the next decade or more. That's the kind of stability that builds successful teams. Squad depth. Even if Lammens doesn't become the immediate first choice, having a reliable goalkeeper as backup is crucial in modern football. The season is long, and injuries or loss of form can happen to anyone. Knowing that there's a capable goalkeeper ready to step in gives everyone at the club confidence. It also means Amorim can rotate his squad more freely without worrying about dropping standards. What made this training session special? So what exactly did Lammens do that was so impressive? Let's look at the specific qualities he showed that have everyone so excited. Lightning-fast reflexes. The standout feature of Lammens' performance was his reaction time. Modern football is faster than ever, and goalkeepers need to react instantly to shots that come at them from all angles. The saves that Lammens made during the training session showed reflexes that you simply can't teach. When the ball comes flying toward goal at pace, some goalkeepers freeze. Others react but are too slow. Lammens seemed to anticipate where the ball was going before it even left the striker's foot. Calmness under pressure. What impressed observers just as much as his shot-stopping was how calm Lammens looked throughout the session. He didn't seem overwhelmed by the occasion or nervous about making mistakes. This composure is crucial for any goalkeeper, but especially for one at a club like Manchester United. When you're playing in front of 75,000 people at Old Trafford, or in a Champions League final, you need to be able to stay calm no matter what's happening around you. Communication skills. Good goalkeepers aren't just shot stoppers, they're organizers. They need to communicate constantly with their defenders, letting them know about dangers they might not see. Even though this was his first day training with these players, Lammens was already talking to his teammates and trying to organize the defense. This shows maturity beyond his years and suggests he has the leadership qualities that top clubs look for. Confidence in distribution. Modern goalkeepers also need to be comfortable with the ball at their feet. Amorim's system requires his goalkeeper to start attacks with accurate passing, sometimes under pressure from opposing players. Lammens showed no fear when it came to playing out from the back. His passing was crisp and accurate, and he looked comfortable even when defenders were rushing toward him. The reaction from Carrington. News of Lammens' impressive training debut has spread quickly around the club. Players, coaches, and staff members who witnessed the session have all been talking about what they saw. Teammates' response. The reaction from Lammens' new teammates tells its own story. When experienced professionals stop what they're doing to watch a goalkeeper make saves, you know something special is happening. Several players were seen approaching Lammens after the session to congratulate him and welcome him to the club. This kind of immediate acceptance from the squad is invaluable for any new signing. Coaching staff impressed. The coaching staff's reaction was perhaps even more telling. These are people who work with top-level goalkeepers every day. They know what good looks like, and they're not easily impressed. But multiple members of Amorim's coaching team were seen discussing Lammens' performance during and after the session. Their body language suggested they were pleasantly surprised by what they had witnessed. Club officials taking notice. Word has also reached the club's senior management about Lammens' debut performance. While it's too early to make any major decisions based on one training session, having the hierarchy aware of his potential is never a bad thing. What this means for United's future. Lammens' impressive start at Carrington could have implications that go far beyond just one training session. Let's look at how this might affect United's plans going forward. Immediate impact potential. Most young goalkeepers need months or even years to adapt to a new club and reach their potential. But if Lammens can maintain the level he showed today, he might be ready to contribute much sooner than expected. This could give Amorim more flexibility in his team selection and squad rotation. Having confidence in your backup goalkeeper allows managers to make braver decisions in other areas of the team. Transfer market implications. If Lammens develops as quickly as today's performance suggests he might, it could affect United's approach in future transfer windows. Instead of spending huge money on an established goalkeeper, the club might be able to focus their resources on other positions. This is exactly the kind of smart recruitment that successful clubs rely on. Finding young players with huge potential and developing them is much more cost-effective than buying ready-made stars. Fan expectations. United fans are always eager to see new signings succeed, but Lammens' impressive debut will have raised expectations even higher. This could be a good thing if it motivates him to keep working hard, but it also adds pressure. The key will be managing those expectations and remembering that development isn't always linear. Even the most promising young players have setbacks and difficult periods. The Belgian connection. Lammens isn't the only Belgian at Manchester United, and having compatriots at the club could help his settlement process significantly. Learning from experience. Belgium has produced some excellent goalkeepers over the years, and Lammens will have access to a wealth of knowledge about what it takes to succeed at the highest level. Having other Belgian players at the club means he won't be completely alone as he adapts to English football. Sometimes having someone who speaks your language and understands your culture can make all the difference. International ambitions. At 22, Lammens still has time to establish himself in the Belgium national team. If he can become United's #1 goalkeeper, it would significantly boost his chances of representing his country at major tournaments. This added motivation could drive him to reach even higher levels of performance. The prospect of playing in World Cups and European Championships is something that motivates every young player. The road ahead. While today's training session was undoubtedly impressive, it's important to remember that this is just the beginning of Lammens' journey at Manchester United. Development process. Even the most talented young players need time to reach their full potential. Lammens will need to continue working hard in training, learn from experienced coaches, and be patient as opportunities arise. The fact that he's made such a strong start is encouraging, but consistency over time is what separates good players from great ones. Competition for places. Lammens will face strong competition for the goalkeeper position at United. This competition should bring out the best in everyone and ensure that whoever plays is performing at the highest level. Healthy competition within the squad is something that all successful teams have. Keeps everyone sharp and motivated to improve. Learning opportunities. Every training session and every game will be a learning opportunity for Lammens. The more he trains with world-class players and coaches, the faster his development will be. United have excellent facilities and coaching staff who specialize in goalkeeper development. If Lammens is willing to learn and work hard, he has everything he needs to succeed. Fan reactions, social media buzzing. News of Lammens' impressive training debut has already started spreading among United fans on social media. The reaction has been overwhelmingly positive, with supporters excited about the potential they've heard about. Excitement and hope. Many fans are expressing excitement about having a young, talented goalkeeper who could serve the club for many years. After some uncertainty in the position, the prospect of long-term stability is very appealing. Comments on social media show that fans are hopeful but also realistic. They understand that one training session doesn't make a career, but they're encouraged by what they've heard. Comparisons and expectations. Some fans are already making comparisons to other young goalkeepers who have succeeded at big clubs. While these comparisons are natural, it's important that they don't create unrealistic pressure. The best approach is to let Lammens develop at his own pace while providing support and encouragement along the way. Trust in management. Most fans seem to trust Amorim's judgment when it comes to player development. His track record of working with young players gives supporters confidence that Lammens will be handled correctly. This trust between manager and fans is valuable and creates a positive environment for young players to thrive in. The bigger picture, building for success. Lammens' arrival and impressive debut is part of a larger project at Manchester United. Amorim is building a squad that can compete at the highest level both now and in the future. Youth and experience balance. The best teams combine youthful energy and potential with experienced leadership. Lammens represents the youth side of this equation, bringing enthusiasm and hunger to improve. As he develops alongside more experienced players, he'll learn lessons that can't be taught in training sessions alone. Long-term vision. Successful clubs think years ahead rather than just focusing on the next game or next season. Signing players like Lammens shows that United are planning for sustained success over many years. This kind of strategic thinking is what separates clubs that have brief moments of success from those that build dynasties. Cultural impact. Young, hungry players often bring a positive energy to training sessions and the dressing room. If Lammens maintains the attitude he showed today, he could have a positive influence on the entire squad. Sometimes the impact of a signing goes beyond what they do on the pitch. The right personality can lift everyone around them. What comes next? So where does Lammens go from here? What are the next steps in his development at Manchester United? Continued training. The most important thing for Lammens now is to maintain the standards he set in his first session. Consistency in training is what builds trust with coaches and teammates. Every day will be an opportunity to learn something new and improve some aspect of his game. Patience and opportunity. While today's performance was impressive, Lammens will need to be patient as he waits for his first-team opportunities. These chances will come, but the timing depends on many factors beyond his control. The key is to be ready when those opportunities arrive. If he can maintain his current form and attitude, he'll be prepared for whatever comes next. Learning from setbacks. Every player faces difficult moments and setbacks during their career. How Lammens responds to these challenges will determine how far he can go in the game. The support structure at United should help him navigate any difficult periods that might lie ahead. The verdict. A star in the making? Based on what happened at Carrington today, it's clear that Manchester United have signed a goalkeeper with enormous potential. Lammens showed qualities that can't be taught: natural reflexes, mental strength, and leadership ability. Reasons for optimism. There are many reasons for United fans to be optimistic about Lammens' future. His age, attitude, and natural ability all suggest he could develop into something special. The fact that he made such an immediate impression shows he has the confidence and ability to succeed at this level. Realistic expectations. At the same time, it's important to maintain realistic expectations. Development in football isn't always smooth, and even the most promising players face challenges along the way. The key is to support Lammens through both the good times and the difficult moments that inevitably come. Trust the process. Ultimately, United fans should trust in the process that brought Lammens to the club and the coaching staff who will guide his development. If everyone does their job properly, the potential shown today could become consistent first-team performance. Conclusion. A day that could change everything. Today at Carrington, Manchester United fans might have witnessed the beginning of something special. Senne Lammens' first training session as a United player exceeded everyone's expectations and left observers talking about what they had seen. From his lightning reflexes to his calm presence, from Amorim's impressed reaction to his teammates' acceptance, everything about today suggested that United have found a goalkeeper with real potential. Of course, one training session doesn't make a career. There will be challenges ahead, difficult moments to overcome, and competition to face. But if today is anything to go by, Lammens has the talent, mentality, and hunger to succeed at Manchester United. At Unite United News, we'll continue following Lammens' journey every step of the way. From training ground updates to first-team opportunities, we'll bring you all the latest news about our exciting young goalkeeper. This could be the start of something truly special. United fans have every reason to be excited about what the future might hold with Senne Lammens between the posts. Keep checking back with Unite United News for all the latest updates on Lammens and every other story that matters to Manchester United fans. We're your trusted source for the news and analysis that keeps you ahead of the game. Welcome to Old Trafford, Senne. Based on today's evidence, you're going to fit right in.